Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Me Fit and Lean. If you're new, please hit that like and subscribe button. This is going to be kind of a hard video to make. I'm touching all my sensitive spots. No, but I like to do a video on, being in your 40s, like over 40. I'm well over 40, 44 years old, and I've never had a girlfriend. And I think it's a little odd, And a lot of people say, Mead, why are you still single? And a couple years ago, I did a video on what my future marriage would be like. And I always thought that I might be closer to that by now, but life gets in the way. And a lot of people say, you hear people say all the time that time passes really quickly. And when I was younger, I thought I was going to be a famous musician and the females would just flock to me. I didn't realize I had to put in more effort. And unfortunately, I let myself go. I got obese and did all these things, terrible things to my body, letting it go like that. Now I'm struggling to become lean, but it might be too little too late, folks, because who's going to want me now? And I have so much trouble with online dating. Before I get into that, I will say I've had 4 dates in my life, so I'm not really an incel. I'm a volcel. I've had 4 dates. 2 of them were blind dates, and they didn't want to date me again. And the other 2 didn't want to date me again. Now, one was a girl from school. After I lost a lot of weight, I begged and I pleaded, said, "Oh, please, 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 have lunch with me." So she had lunch with me at Huckleberry's, a little restaurant in Middleburg, Virginia, and she just did not want to. She really didn't want to. It's like just torture for her, I guess. Oh, sorry that I'm such a terrible date, but what happened, folks? Well, I've had trouble with online dating too. I was on an autistic dating website. A lot of folks don't realize this, but I was diagnosed with autism. I don't even know if it's real, but I was diagnosed. A lot of people don't realize that. People would never guess that I was autistic. But I was on an autistic dating website, and yes, I got banned from that just for saying that I prefer a young woman of childbearing age because I want to have babies. And they called me a misogynist and a creep, middle-aged, creepy. But I think what cinched the deal was when I said that transgender was a mental illness and that transgender women were not real women. And before I know it, I got, they banned me from the website. They had a little form on it, I forgot what it was called, autism match or something like that. Then I was on a Catholic dating website, and that didn't go very well when the women found out I wasn't really Catholic. I said, well, I'm a Catholic once removed. I'm Anglican Catholic, Protestant. But no, they didn't cut it for them, and they thought, and they got offended when I said, well, we're just like Catholics, except we don't worship Mother Mary or pray, silly little prayers, just all these saints that y'all do. And they just, didn't work very well on the Catholic dating website. When they find out you're not Catholic, it's like, you might as well be a Buddhist or a Jew. Oh, no, you're not Catholic. I'm a Christian. No, I'm not Catholic because I'm a Christian. So it's hard. And I did try Christian Mingle, and a lot of the women on there were not Christian. They were a bunch of bimbos. And when I tried Tinder, I ended up talking to either a bot or a prostitute, and I'm not that desperate yet, folks. So that's been the problem with online dating. So I'm thinking I'm going to join the young adult group because they go up to age 50 at one of the local churches. So I just join the young adult group and see if I can pick up a chick there. And yeah, I'm going to pick up some chicks at the church in my Kia, and so I'm going to do that and see if that works. And I don't know, folks, but please pray for me. I was hoping that the Lord would bring me a honey bunny by now, but as I move on towards middle-aged, it looks like, oh no, and if I'm not married by age 50, I'm moving to Lithuania, and I'm going to get myself a Lithuanian bride, because I hear those chicks, they're very traditional. Latinas wouldn't put up with me. I know the Latinas can be pretty, but they wouldn't put up with me. And I would never marry a black. I'd never marry a black woman. She'd be throwing things at me the first day. But anyway, folks, and I don't believe in race mixing, okay? But here I'm in my 40s, never married, never had a girlfriend, and I really hope. And this is what depresses me. I saw a documentary on Ted Bundy. Now, Ted Bundy could have a slew of choice of women, but he raped and murdered over 30 women and had sex with their corpses, and I can't even get a date. I mean, Ted Bundy, he got all kinds of women, and I can't even get a girl to go out with me for coffee? And I'm sorry, folks, and I would never do what he did. He did horrible things. And women still like him. Women are nuts. They're nuts. So anyway, folks, that's my problem. And one day I will be married, though, and have a honey bunny, and we will have kids. And they won't be autistic or mentally retarded. So thank y'all for watching. Pray for me that God brings me a honey bunny. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.